Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party seemed to be bent on knocking out Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, on the platform of the APC, on the ground of issues with his documents, especially the one from the Chicago University. Of course, they are on it trying to get that document out. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has said that I told let me not say pleaded anyway, but I told the Chicago University not to release his document to Atiku. Well, the school has pledged to release it if the court orders. Thank you very much for watching. This is Serious Matters here at ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abrams. Please do share videos, others drop your comment, make them simple and civil. Well, reactions has continued to trail the facts behind, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu's documents, ranging from his primary school through secondary school, university documents, and all of that. I mean, there have been several talks about the fact that there is nobody who can say I was his classmate. Like, are we saying that every one of President Bola Tinubu's classmates have passed on? Are they all that old that all of them, nobody can say that we were classmates? And of course, that's one of the things. If he cannot, he knows, the article knows that, if I didn't win election, at least I should be able to pull this one to a logical conclusion. And of course, that is what he has been. President Bola Tinubu had asked the Chicago State University, CSU, not to release his academic credentials to the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. On August 23rd, Tinubu's attorney submitted a statement as part of his legal argument in his response to the suit filed by Atiku at the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago, demanding that Chicago State University releases all his academic records over irregularities in the certificate he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, on the platform which he became the president of Nigeria. Of course, the third is that we cannot have somebody whose documents have irregularities compared to what he said, as, president. We need somebody who has straight records. In his response, Tinubu said a clerical error was responsible for discrepancies on the certificate issued to him by the varsity. In any case, we are going to see the ones that were issued to him compared to what they have as, duplicates at the university when the time comes. According to filings by Oluwole Afolabi and Christopher Carmichael, Tinubu's lawyers, an unidentified clerk of the university, made the error. But about the dates the school stated on his recently issued certificate, thereby creating the appearance of differences or discrepancies. An error. Now, that is going to be another trouble for whoever it is at the other end. You understand? And, well, we're all humans, and nobody is above mistakes. So let us just take it like that. It's possible that somebody commits an error. Let's see it that way. But then, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, as declared by the National Electoral Commission after the election that took place in February. This submission followed Jerry Gilbert's directive to Tinubu to provide an explanation by August 23rd regarding the potential release of his academic results at CSU to Atiku. Earlier this month, Atiku has sought court approval to issue, a subpoena for Tinubu's records. This move was prompted by Atiku's belief that the document would help clarify significant inconsistencies in Tinubu's background. Of course, it has to do with the age of Tinubu, his background, his hometown, everything. I don't think there's anything about him when it comes to records. There is nothing about him that is not being contested. Nothing. His age is being contested. His hometown is being contested. His names are being contested. His everything. His school records being contested. Everything. We hope that we'll come to a point in this country where whoever is our leader will be an open person. Somebody whose record we can easily Google, and we get straight records. We can even check as far as, the date he was given birth to and all of everything about him. Everything about him. You cannot have somebody, now this is just a plain talk, this is just neutral. You cannot have somebody with irregularities at the end of affairs and expect that things will balance. You see, life is essentially spiritual. And the spiritual realm, responds a lot to these things that we think that we can know, we can just get away with it, and of course, nothing will happen. No, a lot of things will happen. Unfortunately, it's the followers that suffer what happens eventually. The followers suffer it. 10 guys were sent to spy the land. And then 8 of them came back and said, look, the land is terrible. You can't go there. There are giants there. They're going to eat us up. Eventually, they got eaten up, the 8 of them. But there were 2 of them who saw something different. Because the Bible says that they had a different spirit. In other words, they had a different way of thinking. They had a different style of thinking. What does it mean that to have a different spirit? It means to have a different way of assessing things, a different way of analyzing things. They didn't analyze the situation from the same perspective we teach the other 8. So most of the time, it's not where the multitude go that is always the correct place to go or the right direction to go. Be careful where the multitude goes. There is not always, most of the time, more than 90%, it's the wrong place to go, where the multitude goes. We need to be very, very careful. So I think we would, the Nigerian people will be interested and will be prayerfully following this case to a logical conclusion. That at the point, you see, even if nothing happens at the end of the day, if all we can get to know eventually is that truly this is this person, this is this person, this person was this person, this thing never happened, this thing happened, and that, you see, we're okay. We are vindicated. I mean, at the end of the day, you come out to say that, okay, didn't I say it? Did I say it? And whoever it is has lost all regards and everything. You understand what I'm trying to talk about? Well, in the suit filed before the U.S. District Court, I could pray the court to subpoena to Tinubu's files domiciled with CSEU. The former vice president said the file would settle the controversies surrounding Tinubu's academic background and aid the election petitions tribunal. Well, the university, in its response to the application, said it did not understand why Tinubu's academic record could possibly have any bearing on a 2023 general election challenge in a foreign country. It, however, agreed to release the credentials once the court issues the order, but pleaded with the court to be specific with the demand itself. Thank you very much. Well, it is still Serious Matters here at TUNIF TV. Please do feel free to drop a comment, make them simple and simple. Let us know what your opinions are. We are very, very open to your opinions. Let us know how we can serve you better and do much more. Don't forget to please share our videos. Others will appreciate that. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.